Damn. So I could have kept it going. Test. Alright. Hey. Alright. We'll be starting up this DJ session soon for Charlie Kirk. Hang on a moment while I set this up on Kick. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is September 11th, actually, 2025. Never forget, Twin Towers were taken down today. But this still is kind of like Charlie Kirk was actually murdered today. And that's what this DJ set is actually about. Him, and in his remembrance, like this is a party, a going away party for Charlie Kirk. And I'm DJ Chillwick. Hope you enjoy this tune. We just did a podcast, me and Noah, talking about what happened, and this is kind of different scene here, different things going on. Gonna have a moment of partying. Yo, turn up the volume. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's do things for Charlie Kirk today and have a party for him on a going away party for Charlie Kirk here. That's what we're doing. So I hope you all enjoy this Pedal to the Metal podcast. We did it, me and Noah, and now we're jumping into DJ session by DJ Chillick for Charlie Kirk. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this live on X too, so I'm going to do this on X live. Alright. Hey everybody. Doing a live DJ session here this evening in remembrance of Charlie Kirk. And he's somebody who stood up for free speech, allowed people with different opinions to join him in conversation at different universities, especially reaching out to people of our age and younger, and made a big difference in the world in terms of like who he was and what he did. I went to Westchester University one time to see him, and Vivek Ramaswamy was there instead of him. So I was hoping to see him one time, but unfortunately he didn't come. Maybe for good reasons. Dude went out with a bang. Good guy. And we're going to party for him, Charlie Kirk, tonight. Have a good time with the GJ session in remembrance of him. I did a podcast moments ago on kick.com with Noah. We talked about a lot of different things surrounding Charlie Kirk, so make sure to check out our podcast. I posted the link on X, on my Chadwick Eisman X account, so you can watch what we talked about and listen to us talk. And this is more of the party session of things. We're going to give Charlie Kirk a party going out, and I'm going to DJ for you, so I hope you enjoy. I'm DJ Chilwick, and this is the party for Charlie Kirk. See? Oh, I got to restart my system here. Sometimes it goes out. This is the DJ Yamaha DJ-X older system. It's like a kind of a cool gaming system type of thing. Super easy to learn how to play this, and it comes out with a lot of cool different tunes. So I'm gonna DJ on it for you. It's kind of like playing a Nintendo 64. It's like a gaming console. It's fun to play. Comes out with a lot of different sounds. Made in Japan. DJ Yamaha X2. I'm DJ Chilwick, partying with the Charlie Kirk vibe. Hey, we're partying for Charlie Kirk tonight. Let's go. Switch it up. Go, Charlie Kirk. God bless your soul. Here you go, for 5. Let's go. Charlie Kirk, God bless your soul. Let's go. Switch it up. Unzagata. Yeah, let's go. Charlie Kirk. Oh, it's for you, man. Yeah. There we go. Switch it up. Gentlemen, Charlie Kirk, God bless your soul out there. Oh yeah, I'm digging this one. All right, that's it. That's the end of the DJ session. Hope you all enjoyed that one for Charlie Kirk. It was like a little party for him. I was going to go for an hour. I still got 10 minutes left. I thought I was running out of time, but I still had 10 minutes to DJ. So I want to keep this going for another 10 minutes. Yeah, Charlie Kirk, God bless his soul. Got hit in the throat today, and it's kind of upsetting to me as somebody who's a podcaster and cares about free speech and cares about people saying what they want to say without being shut down like that. I don't agree with what happened today with him. There could have been, there's always a million things that comes to the mind, but I use this as inspiration to move forward. Charlie Kirk will be remembered. Same as 9/11, always remembered 9/11. And like 2 days in a row like this, it's two bad things that happen in a row now, rather than one, is like the remembrance of two different historical things that will always be remembered by myself probably forever, as long as I exist, as far as my brain can function. And I hope that justice is served to the greatest extent of law for Charlie Kirk and his life, and that I can live forward with him on our podcast, the Pedal to Metal podcast that we do here. I did a whole set with Noah before this. It was about an hour and a half or so long. We talked about Charlie Kirk and in detail further than my DJ session here, which is more of a party. Yeah, we're partying here. We're having a good time now. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, we're here. We're having a good time. We're partying and having fun to celebrate his life at this point. Yeah, we've already talked about all the negative stuff. Negative is all day long about, it's a negative thing that happened, and let's bring some positivity and enjoy his life and celebrate Charlie Kirk this evening with a DJ session. And it's what I was thinking. But at the same time, there's so much that happened with it in such a quick period of time. It's like, that was the one I was expecting to see on my X feed today. I'm a big fan of X. That's where I get a lot of my news. I got with the X hat on, seeing these close-up shots fired at him and his neck getting hit. It's not what I wanted to see today. I already had enough going on in my mind. Tomorrow being 9/11. Today being 9/11 actually. But one person and all of the people that died today back in 2001, all of them, including Charlie Kirk, it's like double whammy of negativity in 2 days' time. And that's why I'm doing these podcasts. I'm kind of motivated. I'm kind of a little bit, I don't know what if I could say like stressed out, but I definitely feel an energy to me to do these one after another, one with Noah for an hour and a half, and then this DJ session for Charlie Kirk, because I feel motivated more now to stick to the free speech stuff that we've been doing on this podcast for over 3 years, me and American Mech, and Jake joining us in often, had Noah on tonight. It's because having this opportunity to speak to as many people who are listening, like, I don't know who you are, if you're listening or not, but I think you, like, yeah, there's people listening to us because we're just like human beings that are kind of can relate to others, and we're like, if you, same with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was somebody, you could just relate to him. Like, I'd like to have him on the podcast. That would have been great to talk to somebody like him and have him on, because he could just go on and on about subjects forever. Sometimes I don't know what to say. I'm here like, yo, what do we say next? What's the next topic? It's like Charlie Kirk's got, if he had him on, it'd be like, yeah, he just like, he could talk for hours about things. And, he's somebody like, I think I can relate to him in that way. As somebody who creates a lot of content and puts a lot of stuff out there. And that's why it hits me extra hard, even though I rarely ever listen to him. I've seen him, some of his stuff on X, like short, brief things, It's like I know the guy was out there at universities, and I went to Westchester University to see him one time during when Trump was running for president, because I knew he was a Trump supporting type of person. Him and Vivek Ramswamy, and I saw Vivek. Charlie Kirk did not end up showing up, even though it was a Charlie Kirk event called the Turning Point USA event there. But yeah, it was, I missed him, and now I'll never be able to see him. But regardless, I showed up to that event, even though he didn't show up to his to the event that he might have been supposed to be at, because he had other things going on. And I saw the amount of people that showed up. There was a ton of people, and they all were good-spirited people. There were people. It was in a leftist area, Westchester, Pennsylvania. It's pretty much like a lot of Democrats, and the fact that he was able to draw such a big crowd. Him. When I say him, it's like Turning Point USA. Everything that he stood for. The crowd that showed up was fantastic. Amazing people. Good time. Even though Vivek, it's like, damn, I'll never be able to see him now. But Charlie Kirk, God bless your soul. Thank you for speaking out loud your truth. And that's what we do here at the Pedal to Metal podcast. So make sure you tune in with us. Future podcasts. I'm going to be closing this one out here. And we're on Kick here. I posted this DJ session also on X on my personal account, Chadwick Eisman. We're on YouTube, Pedal to the Metal Podcast, PEDMA, Pedal, PEDAL 2 TO, the THE, Metal, MEDAL Podcast. Yeah, we might change that up eventually. But we're doing this all the time. We're doing the podcast, and like having free speech is a big thing here for us. And seeing Charlie Kirk, somebody who also stood for free speech, go in this way was upsetting to see within the past 24 hours. So I hope you all enjoyed what I put out here today and what's to come with me and American Mech. Peace out. Enjoy. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great afternoon. God bless.